So this is a video about Babosic. After all, that's what everyone is interested in. And already everything else is about Babosic, basically. And what people are interested in is what the collective thinking of programmers is regarding algorithms, regarding this whole market and everything else. Bitcoin in general is number 7. Get ready. This will be a short little video, but it will be interesting. Let's go. So look here. You see the upward movement, the one that happened recently? Well, basically, it's going down now, as you can see. Yes, you can see it locally. On the right side, it's local, and on the left side, it's global demand. So locally, it means that, in principle, we're moving in the right direction. You can see it. Yes. So it's logical to think that, yes, it's logical that we're going to go down now. And as I said, our global target is still down. Everyone knows this already. Teams, Telexity, it's not just one person, but several people. So our target is down, but catching these local movements right here is... well, this is the hardest thing there can be. Why? Because these are probabilities, you understand. So, look. So, a second probability has appeared. Why? Because in the previous cycle, there were similar movements, pretty much the same, and by the numbers, we noticed one particular thing. Here we discussed that these numbers match up with those, but they shouldn't be exactly the same as in the previous one, once again. The numbers there are 65 to 74. Remember that. It's a very important figure, specifically from the inside index, and on the right side, it should be the same. 65 to 74. So, for example, when it reaches the 65 to 74, that's when we can say, but the probability we don't know. So our target is still downward. But specifically from these values, for the second time, it's correct. So in other words, the probability is higher that it will drop and go to the value that's currently shown. That is, once again, to repeat, the overall target is downward, but it's hard to catch the local movements. And we've made a second probability scenario. I'll show you, it will look like this. Look here to understand the numbers. Here we have this one, and this one. So this is 74,640, 75. And here, where it will be again, let's say this is also 64,750. Who has algorithms? Specifically for index inside. We turn on the daily time frame, everything is shown here. Bitstamp, everything else is Bitstamp. Why? Because it has a long history and you can set the index here, but Bitstamp is better. You can even use Binance if you're looking locally, so it's up to what's convenient for you. So basically, we look at Binance for local analysis, and for the global picture, we look at Bitstamp. We do this because Binance is the largest exchange for futures, and mainly, the perpetual contract here is a futures contract on Binance. You understand, right? So that's the second option. We've considered that as well quite directly. If you look at it directly, locally, well, local trading is the most difficult. Trading, which perhaps is generally easier to understand globally. We go down there, or we go up there here. Well, from which levels exactly is also very difficult, but we know that. That is, from 2018 to today, we haven't made a single mistake globally. Where the entry points for a global market reversal are very strong, I mean, that's just wow. But locally, you can only look at this through the index inside. Let me repeat what this index inside does. It indexes the very best oscillator that exists anywhere in the world. At first, they were on the stock market, and then they moved it to the crypto segment. So mainly it's the RSI, Stochastic Oscillator, Roscoe-Williams percent, rank of a MACD, Japan trade. All of this is used to calculate the average value, which is then displayed as a number on each bar, making it very easy to understand where we are right now. For example, when we reach 90 to 100, that's already on the local market and even on the global one. On any time frame, it shows clearly, if it reaches 90 to 100, that's already overbought, so you need to sell or short. When it comes closer to say 10 or 31%, that's already an asset. Before selling, you need to buy right away. So it's very easy. It calculates and shows the average value, and the most relevant bar is the very last one. Here it's 52, all 3%. This is the most relevant because in the previous algorithm, like in Tradingview, it shows based on the bars close, meaning it's according to the algorithm, according to the calculation. It all becomes difficult to look at in historical data, but we can still at least get some idea, and that's already not bad. We can use that as a starting point. So we understand, yes, these are the kinds of situations we have. Basically, the second option is possible, but for now, we still stick to the downward trend. As for the targets, as has already been mentioned, they were shown in previous videos. And in the photo, if you want, you can check it out on Telegram, or maybe you're already on Telegram. I don't know where you're watching this video. We'll look at the photo and go over it in more detail. So, for now, this is the option we have basically. You can see the photos on Telegram if you want to take a look. Let's take a look at how it all started. You need to go to the YouTube channel. So, we go here. Wait, just a second. It's somewhere around here. Here, this is the YouTube channel. We record various videos, and somewhere here we started from the very beginning. There's a video from the very top. Right here, from around 120, something like 125, maybe 120 or 115 in the summer. Somewhere in those ranges, meaning at the very top, we locked in our portfolio. Here it is, the portfolio, partially. We locked it in, and then we got DTS, which in principle was like a landing for us. Initially, we found it simply as an additional purchase. Right now, we're looking for such entry points where we can add to the portfolio. And we started with this line, the brown line. It indicated that the bear market had begun. That is, this is our algorithm, which shows all the entry points here and everything else. So that's basically it. I won't go into detail, but this is a strategic algorithm where certain points are shown in previous videos. Basically, if you look from a distance, the yellow lines are halvings, and the brown ones mark the beginning of bear markets. These stripes here are automatic indicators. They are displayed here and show how many days the bear market has been going on. The market has now been going for 152 days. So here, in previous periods, there were different markets, like the hash market. Why is it called the hash market after the halving? Then comes the end of the peak and the start of the bear market, followed by the accumulation market. This is the bear accumulation phase. Right now we are in a bear market, and then comes the accumulation market. Keep an eye on everything. Watch closely. This is a very interesting algorithm, and basically whoever has it can see everything. Essentially, this is an algorithm that shows all the algorithms built into Bitcoin, so to speak, that are reflected there. It's simply a reflection of everything that's happening in this market overall. And basically, let's stick to this approach for now. And previously, we showed videos with ATH right here. The very top, you see. We are at the very top. In general, we've been managing this entire market, this portfolio right here, since 2018. That is, the very first video is from 2018. And here's the thing. We showed it, meaning the very top, right here. We showed it from this peak. That was the video. And then we moved on, continued further as we managed things. So, we moved to the right side. We showed it, drew out how it would be, then we go further. Even further. Even further. Then here we are, basically, at the one before the last. Here we are in the current one. No, not in the current one, but now, right now, we are in the current one. You can see it here, right? Awesome, right? Just take another look. The very peak. All right. Next, we go like this. We look to the right. More. Then more. Then more and more and more. And here are the previous ones, the ones before that, and the current ones. And here I say a little, take a look. Photo 222 will not be in the Telegram channel, so subscribe to the third one, there will be a variation there. But for now, we stick to this one. But in the previous cycle, according to the numbers from Lukov, there are these figures from index inside. But for this algorithm, it's better to look at the numbers, and when it will be, if, for example, once again, why? Because we work in sync, the local market, it's simply impossible to calculate the probability itself. None of us know, all of us like programmers. That's what I think, you understand. And it's possible. Remember the numbers. 64 to 74 rubles, 65 to 74. That's where you can make something, but we'll see. That's the idea. In any case, you decide for yourself. These are your probabilities, your risks, and everything else. This is not financial advice or anything like that, you understand, right? Read the description, read about the channel. That's a plus. Let me remind you that the Fed rate decisions are coming up soon. We'll make decisions and look at the bigger picture. What's happening in the market, in the world in general, you know, those kinds of events. We'll see. What about the algorithm? Up here, if you can see, this is the algorithm. Previously, we were in a short position. All of this is shown live 24/7, right here on the channel, on Telexity. There's an English version, a German version, and other languages as well. Basically, if you're watching, everyone has their own version, and it's easier to watch in your own language. So, since our team is all over the world, that's how it is. And you can go and watch the live stream 24/7. Here on the left side, you can access all the futures. Everything you see here, at the top, is shown in full, how it works and everything else. And here's the point I want to show now. We mainly work using the Keeps Force algorithm. That's the main one, but we also use the index and other algorithms as well. There's a lot going on specifically on the stream. There are often entries and exits. As you can see, it's all live. You won't find around-the-clock streams like this anywhere else. But we have them on Telegram, on City, and we use this Keeps Force Pro. The point is, there's a line, and for us, it doesn't matter which way the price goes. So for example, if the price goes up, and just to clarify, if the price goes up, it touches the line and keeps going up, then we're in profit. As soon as the price turns downward, it will touch the line, a position will be automatically opened, and it will go down into a short. And we'll be in profit as well, so it really doesn't matter to us which way the price moves? Absolutely. Even if it goes up locally, it doesn't matter to us, it will still trigger and catch everything else. So it's best to actually watch how it works. There are certain nuances, and this strategy has its own pros and cons compared to others. But I recommend watching this particular video. Traders for Pros, The Secret of Deals. This one right here, if you can see it, yes, the blue one. It will change your perspective. In general, about trading, how it all works, and a lot will change for you. Believe me. Over several years, even a team of programmers has come to realize just one thing. The only thing is that the market is impossible to truly tame, and to do so, you need to rework your strategy a bit differently. So in general, take a look, if you like it, if you want to get trades like these. And they're all running 24/7, so you can join the stream at any time, and they'll be working. Maybe right now there will be different trades, or maybe there will be a reversal or something else. We'll turn on a pair and watch, and on the right side, that's spot trading as well. Basically, that's what most people are interested in anyway, so thanks to everyone, that's pretty much it. There will be short videos, so please like and comment. Why? Because we all need to promote these videos. Why? Because we're doing all this for free. This content is actually meant for VIP channels and so on. But we don't have that, and we won't. Or maybe we will, I don't know, but we don't really like that. There are no VIP channels, no private chats, nothing paid at all, nothing like that. We're doing all of this for free. You see all of our videos, all of our materials. Since as far back as 2017, they've been spreading across all sorts of public groups, including various paid groups. Where do they get this from? They take our information, rework it, and present it as their own. Well, it's obvious that it's ours, and even the algorithm is still the same. But that's not important. None of that matters. What matters is that all of this is free, you see, and it's a lot of hard work. So just leave a plus sign in the comments, that's important, because why are we doing this? It's not that we don't want to make money, we really do want to make money, but in the end, what we want is to gather a large audience, a huge audience, so that later we can all together do some projects. Because even if you do paid advertising, well, that's a project, but that's not what's important right now. In all businesses, it's about the audience, and if the audience is also satisfied, that's just fantastic. Just to create some kind of project. We need to earn properly, so we follow sports portfolios, the whole country, long term, and mainly it's about sports. Futures are the best. Actually, it's the most terrible market, so, well, give it a like.